Right, I started building the car back up. We've got the wiper motor back in, the pollen filter thing back in, whatever it's called. This bulkhead fitting back in, and I've put the wiring back in, which I have been messing about with in the house. So underneath here, we've got the two plugs, one for the engine, one for the car. And it all goes into that big bundle loom back there, which comes out into the inner wing. And then it either goes off into the car, or it comes along the front here, where I'm going to be putting a plug. So that's that here, on there like that, to join the front loom right here. So that's what I'm going to do now. Cut all those to size, crimp a pin on, put the correct pin in the correct hole, do the same this side, and then that's the wiring sorted. I can take it all back out then and put loom covers on it. I got a load of stuff over there, and yeah, that'll be the wiring done. Then we can probably start looking at putting the subframes and stuff back on then, get it back on its wheels. Something else I've done while I was under here, I've moved this bracket back about, well, that much. So there's the old holes, 1, 2, now they're there and there. So this has shifted the whole thing back a bit, which just gives me that little bit more room with the engine. It's quite tight down that corner, just like it's quite tight down that corner. But yeah, moving it back about 30mm gives me a lot more space, and it makes sure that those wires are a bit safer than previously. So yeah, I'm just going to tidy up all this wiring now, and then it's ready to be, well, we can get the subframe back in. So just a lot of making things fit and tidying things up under here before the front end can go back on. Do you like my Raptor linered wheel arches as well? All nice and clean, all raptored, all coated. It's the same for underneath the car as well, right under there. But I'm not going under there yet. Right, one mod that I've wanted to do for a while is well, this. This is a pair of line lock solenoids. So the you put your brake pipe in, you put your brake pipe out, in, out, you shake it all about. yeah, so you put your brake line in and your brake line comes out, and when you apply voltage or when you apply power to these cables, it activates a solenoid which closes and holds these valves shut, which holds the brakes on. We're going to cover how I'm going to do that later, but for now I need to fit these to the car, and to fit them to the car I need to remove some of these brake lines from the ABS module, put the front left one into one of these and the front right one into one of these, and then send the other side of this off to the calipers. I already mentioned that I've moved the bracket for the ABS pump back a little bit. So now all I need to do is, well, I've done that really because the exhaust comes pretty close to this wiring loom. But now all I need to do is make a bracket to put these two right around there somewhere. And yeah, when they are in there, then I can wire them up probably to a time delay relay, 5-second delay relay or something like that. But like I said, we'll cover that later. I need to get these there first before we can put the engine in, because I'm not going to have much room. So that's what I'm going to do next. Make a bracket, put them on the car, and then we need to plumb the brake lines up to them. There's my bracket. Complementary runs. But that bracket sits on the on top of the other one, and then we can put some freshly painted nuts on the studs. And then these sit right on top of there, like that, with complementary bolts. That means I can put these wires then into this loom up into the box of electrics, which is just above this. I got a big mess in the garage. There's some Mercedes bits in here. There's small Mercedes bits over there. But I have been doing some tidying up. So the cam covers were done previously, and I've now done the throttle body, the idle control valve, and the inlet. So now it all looks pretty neat, even though that gearbox looks horrendous. I've got the turbos off. I'm doing the turbos as well, just painting them Ford Munda Silver. And yeah, that'll be ready to go in soon, because I just couldn't put that dirty, stinking manifold in. And if I carefully walk you down here, we'll go behind the car and have a sneaky peek at the turbos. So they've just got their last layer of lacquer on them, and I need to buy some new bolts for the from to be bolted to the manifold. But when they come through, I'll chuck them back in the engine, and they're ready to be well, like I said, engine's ready to be put back in then. Although we do need to make some actuator brackets so I can do some proper boosting. Well, I'm a bit of an idiot. I was playing around with the actuators for the wastegate on the turbos. So that's a standard spare one. And obviously that doesn't fit in there to actuate this arm on the passenger side of the car. And I've clocked the front a little bit as well. So the mounting bolts don't line up. So I thought what I was going to do is I'll make this one, and then I'll do the other side and film the creation of the other side, thinking this one's the harder one, so I don't have to go through all the rigmarole of, you know, showing you every little step. So I'd done this, and that is being painted over there a second. And then I got to this side. Whoa. I got to this side where basically the standard one fits, minus one cut-off lug and one spacer welded on. So I've just welded that on now. The arm fits, it moves free enough, it fits down in here, and I think it'll fit in the car. I'll have to double check, but it also might not. And if it doesn't, then we're in trouble. But I can't find that out until I put it in the car, and I've always got that spare one over there anyway if this one doesn't work. But for now, this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to give this a weld up and paint it to match the compressor housings, and then yeah, that should be this one done. I know I'm pretty close to the car on this sort of edge here, so I'm probably going to be close to the car here as well, but well, I don't know what else to do unless I bring it down and forward over here somewhere. I don't think I've got much choice. So we'll do this, put it in the car, and if it fits, yay. If it doesn't, then we'll just have to remake this side. I'll show you the other side once it's all dried. It's currently being painted, so once it's all dried, I'll put it on and show you what it looks like. But yeah, that's another job ticked off the list. Wastegate arms, or wastegate actuators. Boost! So we've got a few fitment issues, as suspected. My my little modification there is going to get in the way of the exhaust. There's enough room to get it down there, but I think what we're going to have to do is do some pie cuts off here to go to make a sharper turn down to about there, and then another sharp turn back, and then it'll meet up with the exhaust that goes down there anyway. So that should be okay. The other issue is on this side, and the as suspected, the actuator for the turbo doesn't actually fit, and it's more because of where the bit is. So if I line it up correctly, so it roughly goes about there. The only reason it's not going into place is because of this barb on the actuator. So I'm gonna have to twist it somehow, maybe raise it up towards up about here somewhere. So something along those lines, twist it like that. This is gonna be fun. So yeah, just a small modification to this as well, but we'll get that in. Exhaust should be okay this side because we've done it before. Right, I've redone this mount. Ignore the terrible paint job. It's all gone together pretty quickly because I just want to try it and make sure it's right. So what I've done is, can you see that hole right here and that hole right here? They used to go into this hole here and this hole here, but that meant that the whole thing sat down too far because this was down here somewhere. But I've kept those holes in the right place because that's where these need to go. And what I've done is I've turned down a cap head bolt and put it in there. So this hole down here fits in there to stop it moving up and down. And then we put a bolt in the bottom to keep it attached to the turbo. So this, I've actually had to grind that down a little bit as well. But that goes on the arm. this goes over there like that, so you might have missed that. Goes in there like that, and then that hole lines up there like that, and that is solid. That works, and it just about misses all of this. This still isn't tight, so I can pin that in there somewhere, and I can still get a pipe on here and a pipe on here, and this also sits high enough so it doesn't catch the chassis rail that sits here, because basically this is the height of the chassis rail, just about a finger's width underneath there, so about there, and we're way off, so we're all good. So yeah, that's that's both actuators on both turbos done. I may end up having to paint this again because it's ugly. But yeah, actuators done, ready to go boosting. All right, well, I was going to show you how good that actuator was when it comes to being fit in place there, but I've taken the turbine housings off to go off for ceramic coating. So we'll see that another time, hopefully. But yeah, it's you know, as you can see, it works. This side was the same. I didn't show you the actuator bracket this side, so it's just like that, nothing special. And when this is up where it belongs, up here somewhere, you can still get the engine oil dipstick out, and it fits neatly down in the corner there, out of the way. Hopefully next time when I get my stuff back and it's all back together, I'll be able to show you properly. Sorry, the footage hasn't been great for this episode, but it's a mismatch of multiple weeks. Also, like I said, there's not much room down here for my my valves, so I put them upright instead of horizontal. So it's the same bracket, I just moved it, and obviously new brake pipes going down to the brakes and off to the other side. So yeah, sorry, just waiting for stuff to come back from the powder coaters or the coating people. I've actually been off on holiday and really hurt my back in the meantime.
I guess it was still filming.
So I'm having to take it easy. Also managed to catch COVID on the plane, so yeah, I've been out of action for a fair bit. It ain't great, but I needed to go snowboarding, so you know, you weigh these risks up. Anyway, before I went away, like I said, I took those things away to get ceramic coated, so when they come back, I'll put it all back together. You'll get to see what it looks like, and hopefully it'll all look good. Have to apologize for the mismatch of footage in this episode. It's just been a couple of it was going to be a couple of episodes a couple of months ago, but I've ended up just chunking it all into one episode for you, because everything in this episode has happened, like, you know, last year. So I want to move forward. I've got bits that I need to do to get it running properly again, you know, like getting that stuff powder coated and coated and stuff. I've got a tail shaft away being balanced and stuff like that, so lots of things come in the next couple of episodes to get it running and driving again properly, but I'll cover them another time. I just wanted to make sure that you caught up with everything that has been going on. So yeah, sorry for the mess of this episode, and I apologize if I'm slow with the releasing of videos, but like I said, yeah, my back is not in great shape, and COVID took me out for about a week and a bit, so is what it is. So that's going to be it for this week. I've got more footage for next time as well, so more going back in time next time, I think. But then you're all caught up, and you can start looking at what I've been doing since the Christmas colour reveal, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so that's it for this week. Thanks to the patrons. If you want to get your name up here, just follow the links down in the description. Patrons and YouTube members. They get early access to videos, behind the scenes. You get to see what I'm already working on right now. If you want to support the channel, that's the best way to do it. The second best way is to just watch to the end. So thank you, and share this with your friends. And yeah, go and like, subscribe, and do all the business on all these social media platforms. All helps the channel out, all helps me get motivated to do more of this. I have some news that is coming soon, hopefully in the next month or so, so keep an eye out on those social media platforms. It's another project. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, appreciate the views, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Ciao.